I need to make a huge dent in putting away my classroom. So it's a lot of things to accomplish. We're gonna get it done. Good morning. It is now Wednesday, June 6th. We have one more day with the kids, which is tomorrow. Well, technically today and tomorrow, since it's just the beginning of today. The kids haven't come in yet, but we do have 2 more days with the kids, counting today. And then on Friday is a teacher planning day so that we can finish packing up our rooms, getting our sheets signed, turning our classroom keys in, and heading for the summer. So I have a lot of things that I need to accomplish today. I need to make a huge dent in putting away my classroom, and in order to do that huge dent, I have to start putting all these bookshelves that I have around my classroom up on my cabinets. So my big task for today is to move everything off the cabinets, even if I have to put them on the floor for now, and start stacking the bookshelves on the cabinet. Hopefully the students can also finish their matchbook summaries today. They really need to get that project done because they've been dragging it so long. And I was looking back. We started this on May 15th, so it's almost been a month since they started and they haven't finished. But as long as they get most of it accomplished, that'll be great. So let's see what happens today. And oh yeah, before I get started, I want to show you again how my classroom looks. I kind of rearranged the desk in sort of like, I wouldn't call it a U. It looks more like a C, and you're going to see in a moment what it looks like. But I kind of put the desk around like that for now, for the last 2 days, and see what happens. Eventually the desk, once I move all of the bookshelves here in my classroom library and roll up the rug, eventually the desks will be in this corner all stacked up on top of each other. Well, not all of them, but like 2, one at the bottom, one at the top, upside down. And the chairs will also be stacked, which is close to the door so that when the custodians come in the summer to do the room, they can just easily move the furniture out with no problem. So it's a lot of things to accomplish. We're gonna get it done. And I am so exhausted. I actually went to bed early last night. I was so tired that as soon as I laid down, I went to sleep, and I even forgot to eat dinner. So even though I went to sleep early and I woke up around a good time because I don't have to take my son to school since he doesn't want to go in the last few days, I didn't have to get up as early, but I am still exhausted. And I came comfy today with some workout pants and my blue envelope autism awareness shirt, which I love. So anyway, let me get going. Let me show you first how the room looks. So this is what I'm talking about. The desks are arranged in like a C. I mean, if you look at it from above, it does look like a C, not technically a U per se. And I put all the 3-door bins right here, and these are holding the chair pockets right now and the notebooks that the kids need to still take with them. I told them yesterday to take them, but they forgot. So they need to make sure they take it because I actually use these 3-drawer bins to store things for the summer as well. So let me show you. So our classroom library is going to start to be taken down today. And if you hear a fan or feel some air blowing, yep, my fan is still going because my room is still warm. But anyway, my biggest task is to tear down the library starting today. And of course, the kids will help me move the books out of the shelves, and I will put the shelves in the cabinets, and then they'll help me put the books back in the shelves. So again, the walls are pretty bare. The bulletin boards are going to stay as is. We were told that we leave them as is, but everything else needs to be moved on top of those cabinets. I got to clear up. Yes, I do have a sink back there, all cluttered right now because I'm like purging and getting rid of things. But all this whole cabinet area, I have to clear that all up, clean it up, and start stacking the bookshelves. I am going to take down my art gallery and store those in a safe place. So, yep, a lot of things to do today. Also, before I get going, I want to show you that summer reading project that I gave to the 3rd graders that are coming up to 4th grade gifted next year. So let me show you that more. And I forgot completely to show you the PowerPoint that I showed them, so I'll show you that as well. So this is a summer reading assignment that I gave to the current third grade gifted students that will be in fourth grade gifted next year. And it explains what the required read is, what they need to do with it. I also have this packet along with their annotation sheets that they need to complete for each book. I've made a bit.ly so that they can access them in case they lose it. And here is the required read, and these are the secondary read. They choose one of the following, and I made sure I gave them a wide variety of different kinds of stories and also lengths so that they can choose whichever one they would love to read more. On the back, they have this how to annotate sheet that goes over questions that they can ask for annotations, as well as what annotations are, examples of how they should annotate, and non-examples. And this is a sheet that I got from Laura Randazzo in TPT, and I'll link her down in the description box below. It is a free resource to get. I basically took hers, but I modified it, and I put my own quotes from books that my students were reading. These two quotes from a book that my students read. This is the rubric that I put together, and this is how I'm showing them how they're going to be graded. They're going to be graded based on completion, insightful thinking, inferences / explanations, active reading, and plot analysis. And they can see what the total points, what grade it will result in. And they're going to get one for each book that they read. So one for the one and only Ivan and one for the second book that they read. This is what I'm going to use again to grade them when they turn in their assignments at the beginning of next school year. In the past, I've had students go ahead and write their annotations on Post-its and put those Post-its inside their books. That was the first year, but then it was a little bit of a hard time grading the Post-its because they were all stuffed inside the books. Then last year, I had the students still do it on Post-its, but then arrange their Post-its on 8.5 by 11 white sheet of paper, and they could put 2 columns of 3, so they had 6 Post-its per page. That was a little better, but I am simplifying it even more this year. So I created this annotations handout, and I gave them 6 different annotation symbols to use. Here are the directions for the one and only Ivan, and they are tasked to complete 5 annotations for the beginning section of the book. So they write the page number, the symbol of the annotation, and a comment of why they're annotating that or what their annotation is. Then on the back, they are completing 5 annotations for the middle section of the book and 5 annotations for the ending section of the book. They're going to do the same thing for the second choice book for their summer reading assignment. Again, the directions are here and the symbols are the same, and they're doing the same thing. 5 annotations for the beginning section of the book, page, symbol, annotate. 5 annotations for the middle part of the book, and 5 annotations for the ending section of the book. So they just have to turn in these two-sided completed sheets the first week of school next year, and they will get their grade using the rubric that I have included in this packet as well. So now let me show you the PowerPoint that I showed them yesterday. This is the PowerPoint that I put together to explain when I go inside their third grade classrooms and I'm presenting the summer reading assignment. This is the PowerPoint that I created to make it a little easier for them to understand the assignment. So let me just hit play show. All right. So it's nice and big so you can see it. So here we go. It goes over why they have to do a summer reading assignment, because reading is important. And just because it's summer, they shouldn't put their books away. And also reading helps you become a better reader and a writer. So this is the required read. So I go ahead and show them and tell them a little bit about the book, like giving them a little book blurb so they're interested in reading it. And I go a little bit about what annotations are and what they're expected to do with those annotations, and the fact that they have to do annotations for both of the books that they read. So the required read plus that one extra book from the list that I gave them. I go ahead and I show them what the annotations handouts looks like for the one and only Ivan, front and back, and how the annotations sheet looks like for the second choice book, front and back. Then I go over the examples. So I tell them, go ahead and do this because I need to be able to see your thinking as you read the book, and that's what annotations are. Don't do this. So this does not show me your thinking. If you say, I love this, or it's the coolest thing ever, or you're happy, I don't know why you love it, why you think it's cool, or why you're happy right now. So you have to explain. And the other one, wait, what? I don't understand. Again, I don't know what you don't understand, so you have to make sure that you explain. And then I go over the criteria for grading their annotations, and it's based on a 0 through 4 points on these 5 different categories, and I go criteria by criteria. So this is the criteria for completion, and because they have to do 15 annotations per book, completion for 4 points will be 13 to 15 annotations. Insightful thinking, and again, I tell them don't summarize, because summarizing doesn't show me your thinking. I need to see your thinking as you are reading the story. Inferences and explanations, active reading, plot analysis. And then I go over the secondary book options, starting with Crenshaw. And I tell them, if you love the one and only Ivan, I am a firm believer that everything that Catherine Applegate writes is amazing. And this is another book that she also wrote, which is Crenshaw, and I love these. And I tell the kids, I've read all of these books. They're some of my favorite books, and that's why I'm recommending them to you, so just pick one. There's Troublemaker by Andrew Clements. Again, another author who I love everything he writes. Matilda, who doesn't love Matilda? It's a classic. I love Roald Dahl, and this is an amazing book. The Miraculous Journey of Edward Tulane, another favorite author of mine, Kate DiCamillo, and this book just pulls at your heartstrings. It is amazing, and I love it so, so much. A Tale Dark and Grim. I tell the kids, if you like fairy tales and gory stories, this is the book for you. Adam Gitwitz is an amazing author. I've had the privilege of meeting him in person. He was actually invited to come to our school years ago when my son was in 5th grade, and we got to talk to him and meet him. He signed our books, and it was an amazing experience. This book is always a student favorite. Stone Fox is a classic that is an amazing story. It's a very short read, but also another book that pulls at your heartstrings. Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone, of course, because I'm a J.K. Rowling fan, of course. And next year, we'll be doing a Harry Potter theme in my classroom, so why not also include this as an option? I'm also actually going to read Harry Potter as a read aloud next school year, so it's awesome. Louis Sakar in Sideways Stories from Waits High School. He is an amazing author as well. And this book is just funny and hilarious. It has a lot of wacky stories, and it's also a short read, and the students love it as well. So it's also another option. And last but not least, another book by Louis Sakar, There's a Boy in the Girl's Bathroom, which is a great story as well with a lot of important themes. So yeah. So I go over some additional reminders about their summer reading assignment, as well as the bit.lys where they can access this information in case they lose it, and how they need to make sure they turn it in the first week of school. And we will be doing a lot of different assignments, written assignments, projects, and essays in the months of August and September based on the books that they read. And then I just gave time for questions. So that's basically the PowerPoint that I put together for the 3rd graders as I go into their classrooms and I go over what their summer reading assignment is. All right, before the students come in, which is in about 10 minutes or so, I want to start clearing up the cabinet space so that I can start moving things and arranging the bookshelves where they need to go, and cleaning and wiping and dusting and all that jazz. So I will catch up with you sometime later. I'm not sure if the students have specials today. Probably not, since the art teacher is on maternity leave, and I'm not sure if they secured a sub for her, but we'll see. Whatever it is, we're going to work with it. If they do not have art, I'll just show a movie, give them a break from the assignment that they're doing, because I know some of them are like, but it's the last week of school. I thought we were not going to do any more work. I'm like, well, the grading period officially ends tomorrow, but you need to finish this. You could have finished this last week, so get it done. All right, so let me go ahead and get some things done, and I'll catch up with you later. As part of the cleaning up of the classroom, because the bookshelves are going to go on, I'm standing right now on the cabinets, and yep, that's gross, but I'm going to tell you about that in a moment. I have to kind of clean the windows, and in here you see this crevice. All of that dust, or dust snake, like my kids said, came from these crevices in the window. Ew! Ugh, gross. But I am getting it all cleaned out.
That's so
Interesting. It's now my lunchtime, and I just want to say I am so exhausted and I'm tired, and doing all this cleaning with all the dust that I am getting rid of and moving around in the air is making me even more congested and sick. And the moving around also with the heat has me lightheaded, so it's been a challenge, and my room looks like a disaster zone. So I'm going to show you what I mean right now. Here's my classroom library, and you can see I am stacking things and trying to find places for them. I'm starting to slowly put my bookshelves away. I have stacked up a whole bunch of stuff over here on the computers, on the floor. The students are still busy working on their matchbook summaries, trying to frantically finish. I still have piles of stuff up here and over here and still back there, that probably will be last. Here's the progress that I've made so far. So the 3 brown bookshelves were around my desk. So I managed to put them up there. Now, before I put them up there, you saw from the clips, I had to clean up. I had to dust. I had to take out that ugly dust snake that was inside the crevices by the windows. I had to wipe everything clean with Clorox wipes. See, I started putting those bookshelves that were in the corner over there. I started putting them there, and then I'll put others on top of those. I also have to clear out that corner back there where you can hardly see my sink, because I also put bookshelves over there as well. And this is still the giveaway table, and I have to add more stuff. I stacked up my decorations for now right here, and I had to also create stacks over here on top of the computer cart, which I need to take out because they're picking those up either today or tomorrow. But yeah, my room is a royal disaster zone, and I am already feeling everything that I've been doing this morning. It's like I know that when I get home, I'm going to literally collapse and possibly go to sleep again with no dinner. But let me see what I am able to finish and accomplish by the end of the day. And also another reason why I'm so exhausted, I didn't have specials today. So that was a time that I had with the kids. They did watch Percy Jackson, but I still had them here. And some of the girls actually helped me put the books in the bookshelves once I put the bookshelves up here. And that's how I'm storing the books for the summer. I gotta go to Dollar Tree to buy some of those plastic table covers so that I can just cover the bookshelves so that nobody messes with the books. Not counting on anybody coming in the summer, but you never know. So I just want to put that there and kind of pack it up for the summer. So let me go ahead and enjoy my lunch before the kids come back from lunch. So I'll see you probably at the end of the day. It's now the end of the day, and it has been a very busy end of the day. The students were dismissed at 1:50, but I had to go ahead and start working on our book inventory, and I'll show you what that form looked like. Basically, I had to tally up all the books that the teachers said they had in their classrooms, and then I had to get access to the book room in our floor so that I can count the books that were also there to count in the overall book inventory for 4th grade, because I'm the grade chair, so that's one of my responsibilities. So I actually worked on that from dismissal all the way until 4. So it's now about 4:45, and I have been working around in my room trying to get all the bookshelves up, like I said and I mentioned, and also the area where the sink is, trying to get it empty so I can put some other bookshelves in that corner as well. So let me show you what I mean. So as you can see, I have placed most of my bookshelves up here. The only ones that are missing is, you can't really see it because it's behind these bins right here, but this bookshelf right here, and similar to this bookshelf, I have a twin over here in my teacher corner that is holding all my teacher editions. So those two are gonna go back here in my sink area that I have cleared up. And yeah, that's a nighttime city skyline. And I have to change that next year to something Hogwarts related, so we'll see. So 2 of those go here, and then you see 2 more bookshelves in the corner in my library there. Those 2 go in this corner here. So I still have to, oh my God, go through all of this, get rid of stuff, put things where they belong. These bins, once I sort through all the decorations and keep what I want, go back on top of the metal cabinet. And look what I have been doing. I have just been spreading all these things around People, after teaching for 17 years, you accumulate so many things. I have been adding more stuff to the giveaway table for the students to take tomorrow. So let's see how much I can get accomplished by now until I'm planning on staying here till 7 p.m. My goal is to take this green rug, move it to the center of the classroom, and start putting the student desk in the corner so that tomorrow when the kids come in, they just sit on the rug. And that's all they do tomorrow. And this is a rug, which is an ocean theme rug that I gave to my neighbor teacher, but apparently she didn't need it anymore because I found it outside, and that's what we do. When we don't want something, we just put it outside to be thrown away or be taken by someone. So I'm actually going to just open this rug up along with the green rug and put them in the center of the classroom so the students can kind of relax and chill on the rug tomorrow. So let me get back to work and I'll catch up with you before I go home. So this is the book inventory paper that we were given. So what we do is we go ahead, and these are not ours because these are third grade, but these are Spanish textbooks, and I didn't really have any Spanish textbooks, and neither did my fourth grade teachers. But what we did is we went down the list to whatever books we did have, and we wrote how many we had in the classroom. Then I went into the book room and I counted the books that were there in the book room, which were extras, and then I tallied everything up and I gave it to my assistant principal. So that's what I did after school today. All right, I have done as much as I can today, and I think I've done a lot in 4 hours. Yep, it is about 8:30 already, and I want to show you what I was able to accomplish, and you could probably see some of it behind me. So again, all the bookshelves are there, and then I put all our 3-drawer carts on top of these bookshelves. I have to sort through some things still, and I put everything that I needed to go through here and kind of find a home for in the back. Back here where our sink is, that's where the 2 bookshelves are, and the brown ones are holding textbooks and other things, and these have yet to get things inside. So I am going to be working on that tomorrow, as well as what I'm going to put up on top of these 2 bookshelves. I got to go through all these things. I got to go through those things and only put whatever I am keeping. And yeah, go through all these bins and things. And also over there by the computers, a whole bunch of stuff got to go through. But as you can see, all the desks are gone from the middle of the classroom, and they're back there in that corner. There's a total of 22 desks in my classroom, but 4 of them are up here. So when I'm done tomorrow with the things that I have on there, I'll just stack them over there as well. But tomorrow when the kids come in, they're just going to sit on the rug with some pillows, and hopefully we can just have fun time by playing board games and watching movies, etc. But yeah, this is the progress that I've made today in 4 hours after the last time that I saw you. And shout out to Leo again, because he came over and he wrote, please mention me in your video today. So shout out to Leo. Also shout out to Caleb and Kennedy as well. And they're so supportive. I love you guys. So yeah, that's basically what my classroom looks right now. I can't wait to do like a pan view tomorrow when I'm pretty much done with things, so that you can see the difference between how I started in the beginning of this week and now how I'm going to finish tomorrow once I put everything that needs to be put away. Got to figure out what to do with my baskets, but yep, that is the progress that I've made today. So that's all I have for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it, and you have seen how much hard work we teachers put into packing up our classrooms and getting it ready for the summer. It's a lot of things to do, and I did do all of this on my own except for the books. The girls in my morning group did help me put most of those books in those bookshelves, so thank you. Shout out to Indiria and Madison, to Louie, and a couple of other students that actually helped as well. I'm sorry if I'm forgetting, but if I do remember, I'll mention you. But I love you all the same, and I'm so appreciative of you all, and I am probably gonna cry tomorrow when we say goodbye for the summer. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to hit the like button, leave a comment down below, and let me know what you thought or any questions that you may have. If you haven't subscribed, please consider subscribing and hitting the bell for notifications so you don't miss any future videos. I hope you have a beautiful, magical day, and don't forget to smile.